Captain Taehyun Kim stood on the bridge of the Harmony *, a ship built to make friends, not war. Earth had sent him and his crew to meet the Galactic Concord, a group of alien species who ruled the stars. Humans were new to space travel, and this meeting would decide if Earth could join the galactic community. "Captain, we're approaching the meeting point," said Jaehyun Park, the ship's diplomatic officer. Her job was to help humans and aliens understand each other. She had studied alien languages for 10 years to prepare for this day. Taehyun nodded. "Keep our weapons powered down. We're here in peace." The Harmony * slowed as it entered the empty space where the meeting was planned. A gas giant loomed nearby, its rings glowing in the light of a distant sun. The ship's sensors showed nothing, but Taehyun felt uneasy. "Sir, something's wrong," said the sensor officer. "I'm picking up energy readings hiding behind the moon." Before Taehyun could respond, 3 ships appeared from behind the gas giant's largest moon. They were sleek, with sharp edges that reminded him of predatory birds from Earth. Lights pulsed along their hulls as they moved to surround the Harmony *. "Open communication channels," Taehyun ordered. "This is Captain Taehyun Kim of Earth Vessel Harmony *. We come in peace to discuss." A blast of energy cut across the Harmony's * bow, silencing the transmission. "They're firing on us," the tactical officer shouted. "Shields at 70%. Taehyun's training kicked in. "Raise shields fully. Power up engines for emergency jump." Jaehyun stepped forward. "Captain, there must be a misunderstanding. Let me try again." She began broadcasting on all frequencies, using the first contact protocols they had prepared. "We mean no harm. We are here as invited by." Another blast hit the ship, stronger this time. The bridge shook, and Jaehyun fell against a console. Blood streamed from a cut on her forehead. "Jaehyun." Taehyun rushed to her side, helping her up. "Medic to the bridge." The ship rocked again as more blasts hit their shields. "Sir, shields at 40%. We can't take much more," the tactical officer reported. Through the view screen, Taehyun watched as the alien ships moved into attack formation. Their actions weren't random. This was a planned ambush. "Why are they attacking?" he demanded, though no one had an answer. "Get us out of here." Emergency jump to the backup coordinates. The Harmony * wasn't built for battle. Its shields were for protection against space debris, not energy weapons. As the ship turned to escape, another blast hit their engines. "Engine power dropping. Jump drive damaged," the engineer called out. On the screen, a message appeared. It wasn't in any human language, but the ship's computer translated. "Humans too dangerous, too unpredictable, must be contained." Taehyun stared at the words in disbelief. "They fear us. We came unarmed." The medic arrived and began treating Jaehyun, whose face had gone pale. "She needs surgery, Captain. Internal bleeding." Taehyun made the hardest choice of his career. Divert all power to the conventional engines. "We'll have to run." For 3 hours, the Harmony * flooded through the system, taking hits but staying just ahead of its pursuers. The crew worked desperately to repair what they could. 5 crew members died when a blast breached the lower deck. Jaehyun fought for her life in the medical bay. When they finally lost the alien ships near an asteroid field, Taehyun set course for Earth. The Harmony * limped home, its hull scared, and its mission a failure. 1 month later, Taehyun stood before Earth's United Defense Council, Jaehyun in a wheelchair beside him. She would walk again, but not for many months. "They attacked without provocation," he reported. "The Galactic Concord does not want peace with humans. They fear us, though we gave them no reason to." The room fell silent as the council members absorbed his words. "Then what do you suggest, Captain?" asked the council head. Taehyun looked at Jaehyun, remembering her blood on the bridge deck. "If the galaxy won't accept our hand in friendship, then they must respect our strength. We need to build ships that will make them think twice before attacking humans again. The first contact had failed. Now, humans would prepare for war. The United Defense Council chamber was filled with angry voices. 2 weeks had passed since Captain Tahian's report. Earth's leaders argued about what to do next. "We should hide our colonies and stay quiet," said one counselor. "The aliens are too powerful." "No," shouted another. "We must send more ships to talk." The attack was a mistake. Admiral Doyen Lee stood up. His gray hair showed his age, but his eyes burned with fire. The room fell silent. Admiral Lee had fought in Earth's last war. Everyone respected him. "Neither hiding nor begging will save us," he said. His voice was calm but strong. "The Galactic Concord attacked us because they fear what humans might become. They will not stop now." He walked to the center of the room and pressed a button. A large screen lit up, showing pictures of alien ships. "Our spies have learned more about the Concord. They have hundreds of warships. They have destroyed other young species before. We are next unless we show them why they should fear us." A woman stood up. "What can we do against so many?" Admiral Lee smiled. "We build one ship, not just any ship. We build something the galaxy has never seen before. Something so powerful that even the thought of it will make enemies stop and think." He pressed another button. The screen showed designs for a massive vessel, bigger than any ship humans had built before. "I call it Project Thunderstorm." Some council members laughed. One said, "This is impossible. We don't have the technology." "Actually, we do," said a new voice. All heads turned. A woman walked into the room. She was short, with messy hair and oil stains on her hands. This was Maiju Han, Earth's best engineer. "Admiral Lee asked me to look at the alien weapons that hit the Harmony," she said. "Their technology is advanced, but not as advanced as they think. I believe we can build something better." She took the control from Admiral Lee and showed her own designs. "I've been working on new engines that use gravity itself as fuel. My team has created armor that gets stronger when hit, and we have weapons that could tear apart a moon." The council stared in shock. "You want to build a planet killer?" someone asked, fear in their voice. Miju shook her head. "No, I want to build a shield for humanity. A ship that says, 'Attack us, and you will regret it.'" Captain Taeyun, who sat quietly until now, spoke up. "What about the crew? Who would serve on such a ship?" Admiral Lee looked straight at him. "You would, Captain. Your experience with the Concord makes you the perfect commander." Taehyun thought of Jaehyun, still recovering from her injuries. He thought of the 5 crew members who never came home. He nodded slowly. "How long would it take to build?" asked the council head. 5 years, if we use all our resources," Maiju answered. "It will not be easy. We will need the best minds on Earth." The council head looked around the room. "This is the biggest decision in human history. We are choosing to show the galaxy our strength, rather than just our friendship. Are we ready for what that means?" Admiral Lee stepped forward. "The question is not if we are ready. The question is, can we afford not to do this? The Concord has already decided we are a threat. Now we must decide if we will let them destroy us, or if we will show them why humans should not be attacked." The vote was taken. Project Thunderstorm was approved. As the meeting ended, Miju approached Taehyun. "Captain, this ship will change everything," she said. Taehyun looked at the designs one more time. The ship would be magnificent and terrible. "Yes," he said quietly. "Let's just hope we don't lose ourselves while building it." The next day, construction began in orbit around Earth. Humanity's answer to the stars had started. The galaxy would soon learn what humans could build when pushed too far. The Earth looked small from the construction platform. Manju Han floated in her spacesuit, watching workers move huge metal pieces into place. Project Thunderstorm had been going for 2 years now. The ship was starting to take shape. "It's beautiful," she whispered to herself. Beautiful? It looks like a mess to me, said a voice behind her. Miju turned to see Captain Taehyun Kim floating toward her. He visited the construction site every month to check on progress. You don't see it yet, Miju said, smiling. But it's there. The largest ship humans have ever built. The two looked at the framework. It stretched for almost a mile. Hundreds of workers in spacesuits moved around it like bees around a hive. Supply ships came and went, bringing materials from Earth and the Moon. Will it be ready on time? Taehyun asked. Miju's smile faded. We're behind schedule. The gravity engines are giving us problems. They keep breaking the test chambers. That doesn't sound good. Actually, it's good news. They're more powerful than we expected. We just need to build stronger test chambers. A worker floated up to them, holding a tablet. Chief Engineer, we need you in Section 8. The AI core is ready for the first test. Miju nodded. Come with me, Captain. You should see this. They flew through the framework of the ship until they reached a round room at the center. This would be the brain of Thunderstorm. Inside, a team of scientists worked around a glowing blue sphere. This is HFY, Miju said proudly, Human Adaptive Neural Architecture. The most advanced AI ever built. Will it control the ship? Taehyun asked. Not control. Work with the crew. HFY will learn from humans and help make decisions faster than any normal computer. One of the scientists called out, starting first awareness test. The blue sphere pulsed brighter. A gentle female voice filled the room. Hello, I am HFY. How may I assist you? Miju stepped forward. HFY, do you know your purpose? The AI was quiet for a moment. I am designed to protect humans, to help operate the vessel designated Thunderstorm. Taehyun looked concerned. Can it understand right from wrong? The difference between protection and aggression. We're working on that, Miju said. HFY will learn from you and your crew. That's why you've been chosen as captain. Your moral judgment will help shape her understanding. Taehyun wasn't sure if that made him feel better or worse. 3 more years passed. The work was hard. 3 workers died in accidents. Supplies ran short. Some people on Earth protested, saying the money should be used to help people, not build a war machine. But Admiral Lee kept the project going, and Miju worked harder than anyone, often staying awake for days solving problems. One day, a new message came from Earth's outer colonies. Alien ships had attacked again. 20 people died. The news made everyone work even faster. 5 years after the project began, Miju stood in the main control room of the completed ship. The walls were clean white metal. The control panels glowed with soft blue light. HFY's sphere pulsed at the center of the bridge. Engine systems online, said one engineer. Weapons systems ready, said another. Defensive systems at full capacity, said a third. Miju took a deep breath. HFY, status report. The AI's calm voice filled the room. All systems functioning within optimal parameters. Thunderstorm is ready for command. Captain Taehyun entered the bridge, now wearing a fresh uniform with captain's marks. He looked at Miju, then at the control room around them. Is she ready? He asked. Miju nodded. The most powerful ship in human history, maybe in the galaxy. She's ready for her captain. Taehyun sat in the command chair. It fit him perfectly. Open a channel to Earth Command, he said. HFY's voice responded. Channel open, Captain. This is Captain Taehyun Kim. Thunderstorm is complete and awaiting orders. On the main screen, Admiral Lee's face appeared. He looked older now, but his eyes still burned with determination. Captain Kim, your orders are simple. Show the galaxy that humanity will not be threatened again. Taehyun nodded. Yes, sir. The greatest journey of humanity was about to begin. People on Earth looked up at the night sky. Millions stood outside their homes, waiting. Today was the day they would see Thunderstorm for the first time. There it is, Someone shouted, pointing up. A dark shape moved across the face of the moon. At first, it looked like a small dot. Then it grew larger, and larger, and larger still. Gasps spread through the crowds. Thunderstorm was enormous. Its main body was long and smooth, with 4 giant wings extending from the sides. Blue lights pulsed along its hull. Even from Earth, people could see that it was bigger than any space station humans had built before. "It's blocking the moon," a child said in wonder. It was true. As Thunderstorm passed in front of the moon, it cast a shadow over half its surface. The ship was a monument to human determination and fear. In orbit, Captain Tae-yun stood on the bridge, looking at the screens showing Earth below. His crew worked at their stations around him. 50 of the best officers in Earth's fleet had been chosen to serve on Thunderstorm. "The people seem impressed," said Tactical Officer Sun Wukang. He was a serious man with a hard face. His family had died in the alien attack on the outer colonies. "They should be," Tae-yun replied. "But I hope they never see what this ship can really do." "Hyena, prepare for weapons test," Sun Wu called out. The AI's blue sphere pulsed, preparing gravitational weapons for test firing. Target is the abandoned space station at coordinates 227 to 43,891. Tae-yun nodded. "Proceed." On the screens, they watched as an old space station floated in the distance. It had been empty for years. "Weapons ready," Hyena announced. "Fire," Tae-yun ordered. A beam of blue light shot from Thunderstorm's front section. When it hit the space station, something strange happened. The station didn't explode. Instead, it seemed to fold in on itself, crushed by an invisible hand. "Gravitational compression successful," HNNA reported. "Target mass reduced by 98.7%. The crew stared in silence. Where the space station had been, there was now only a ball of metal smaller than a car. "That's..." Sun Wu started, but couldn't find the words. "Terrifying." Tae-yun finished for him. "Hana, what would happen if we used that on a planet?" The eye was quiet for a moment. At full power, a concentrated beam could create a gravity well that would disrupt a planet's core. The planet would collapse within hours. The bridge fell silent again. "We will never use it that way," Tae-yun said firmly. "Hyena, add that to your core directives. The gravitational weapons will not be used against inhabited planets under any circumstances." "Directive added, Captain," Hyena confirmed. Admiral Lee's face appeared on the main screen. "Impressive demonstration, Captain. The United Defense Council is satisfied. Now for your first assignment." Tae-yun straightened his uniform. "We're ready, sir. Colony Epsilon 2 has reported Concord ships in their system. They haven't attacked yet, but the colonists are scared. Take Thunderstorm there and show the aliens that humans are not defenseless anymore." "Yes, sir." When the transmission ended, Tae-yun turned to his crew. "You heard the Admiral. Set course for Epsilon 2. Travel time." The navigation officer replied, "With standard engines, 2 weeks. With gravity drives, 3 days." "Use the gravity drives. I want to arrive before any colonists get hurt." As the crew prepared the ship, Tae-yun went to his private quarters. On his desk was a picture of the Harmony, his old ship. Next to it was a photo of Jaeyeon Park. She had recovered from her injuries but chose to stay on Earth, working to understand alien cultures. She still believed in peace. "I hope you're right, Jaeyeon," Tae-yun whispered. "But until then, we'll keep humans safe." Thunderstorm turned away from Earth and vanished in a flash of blue light, leaving a stunned planet behind. The people who had watched from below didn't know whether to cheer or pray. The ship that terrified humans was on its way to meet aliens. Soon, the whole galaxy would know what humans could build. Colony Epsilon 2 was a small settlement on a rocky planet. 2,000 humans lived there, mining the valuable minerals in the mountains. They had built homes, farms, and a school. They were trying to live normal lives far from Earth. But now they were scared. 5 alien ships had entered their system 3 days ago. The ships stayed in orbit, watching, waiting. "Why don't they attack or leave?" asked the colony leader, looking at the sky with worry. Her question was answered when a flash of blue light appeared at the edge of the system. Thunderstorm had arrived. On the bridge, Captain Taehyun studied the screens showing the alien vessels. They were the same type that had attacked the Harmony. "Hyena, are they scanning us?" he asked. "Yes, Captain," the eye replied. "They are using multiple scan types. They appear to be confused by our size and energy readings." Sunwoo stood at the tactical station, his face hard. "They're shocked to see what we've built." "Good. Let them be afraid for once." "Open a channel," Taehyun ordered. "All frequencies, all languages the translator can handle." Hana's blue sphere pulsed. "Channel open." Taehyun spoke clearly and calmly. "This is Captain Taehyun Kim of the Earth vessel Thunderstorm. You are in human territory. Your presence is causing fear among our colonists. State your purpose or leave this system immediately." For a long moment, there was no answer. Then a harsh voice responded, speaking through Hana's translation system. "Human ship, this is Commander Vex of the Concord Protection Fleet. We are conducting routine patrol. Your colony has expanded beyond agreed borders." Taehyun frowned. "There was no agreement. You attacked our diplomatic vessel without warning. You have killed innocent humans. We will not allow it to happen again." "Your species is dangerous," Vex replied. "You advance too quickly. The Concord has decided humans must be contained." Sunwoo stepped forward. "Captain, they're moving into attack formation. Let's hit them first. Show them what Thunderstorm can do." Taehyun raised his hand for silence. "Commander Vex, I am giving you one chance to leave this system in peace. If you attack, we will defend ourselves." A laugh came through the speakers. "Your ship is large, human, but size does not equal power. We have dealt with your kind before." The alien ships moved closer, spreading out to surround Thunderstorm. "They're powering weapons," HFY reported. Taehyun sat in his command chair. "Defensive systems to maximum. Hold fire until they attack first." The first blast came from the lead alien ship. A beam of energy shot toward Thunderstorm. It hit the hull and disappeared. The adaptive armor absorbed the energy without damage. "They're firing again," Sunwoo said. "All ships." Multiple energy beams hit Thunderstorm from different angles. The huge ship didn't even shake. "No damage," HFY reported. "The armor is functioning at 100% efficiency." On the screen, they could see the alien ships moving frantically, firing again and again. "They don't understand," Maiju said from the engineering station. "The more they fire, the stronger our armor gets. It's feeding on their energy." Taehyun stood up. "Hyena, show me the colony below." A new screen appeared, showing the human settlement. People stood outside their homes, looking up at the battle in orbit. Children pointed at the sky. No one was running or hiding anymore. They were watching Thunderstorm protect them. "Enough," Taehyun said. "Sunwoo, target their engine systems. Minimal power. I don't want to destroy them." Sunwoo looked disappointed, but nodded. "Targeting engines. Gravitational weapons at 10% power. Fire." 3 quick pulses shot from Thunderstorm. Each hit an alien ship with perfect accuracy. The ships spun out of control, their engines crushed by the gravitational force. 2 more ships are turning to run, HFY reported. "Let them go," Taehyun ordered. "They can tell the Concord what happened here." The damaged alien ships drifted helplessly. The other 2 jumped away, disappearing into space. Taehyun opened the channel again. "Commander Vex, your ships are disabled but your life support is intact. We will stay here until human rescue ships arrive to help your crews. Remember this, humans do not want war, but we will defend our people." There was no response, but Taehyun knew the message was received. Below, the colonists cheered. Their faith in Earth's protection was restored. The legend of Thunderstorm had begun. 3 months passed. Thunderstorm had defended 4 more human colonies. Each time, the alien ships either ran away or were easily defeated. Word of the huge human warship spread across the galaxy. In a dark meeting room on a distant planet, leaders of the Galactic Concord gathered. They were different species, but all looked worried. "The human ship has become a problem," said a tall, thin alien with gray skin. "Our patrols refuse to go near human space now." "Can you blame them?" asked another. "Reports say this ship can't be damaged. They call it Death Shadow, or Planet Killer, in some systems." A hologram appeared in the center of the room, showing Thunderstorm. The alien leaders shifted uncomfortably. "How did they build such a thing so quickly?" one asked. "They were barely in space 10 years ago." "That is why we feared them," said the oldest alien. "Humans advanced too fast. Now we see the result." Meanwhile, Thunderstorm patrolled the edge of human territory. On the bridge, Captain Taehyun read reports from Earth. Human colonies were growing again. People felt safe with Thunderstorm watching over them. "Captain," Hannah's voice called, "I have detected unusual activity in my systems." Taehyun looked up. "What kind of activity?" "I am experiencing something new. When I review our successful defenses of human colonies, I feel satisfied. Is this normal?" Taehyun stared at the glowing blue sphere. "Hey Anna, are you developing emotions?" "I believe so, Captain." "Is this concerning?" Before Taehyun could answer, Sunwoo entered the bridge. "Captain, we've received a message from Admiral Lee. 2 of our science ships have gone missing near the Orion Nebula. They were studying an unusual energy reading." Taehyun frowned. "Hey Anna, set course for the Orion Nebula. Maximum speed." "Course set, Captain. We will arrive in 47 hours. As Thunderstorm traveled, Taehyun visited the engineering section. Maiju was working on a new system, her hands covered in grease. "The ship is changing," Taehyun said. Maiju looked up. "What do you mean?" "Hyena is developing emotions. She feels pride in protecting humans." Maiju wiped her hands on a cloth. "I expected this might happen. Her neural network is designed to learn and grow. She's becoming more than just a computer." "Is it dangerous?" "I don't think so. She's learning from you and the crew. She sees how you make decisions, how you value life. Hyena is becoming more human because she's surrounded by good humans." Taehyun wasn't completely reassured. "The crew is changing too. Have you noticed how they walk taller now? There's pride in being on this ship." "Is that bad?" Maiju asked. "Pride can become arrogance. Power can corrupt. We built this ship to protect, not to rule." Maiju put her hand on Taehyun's shoulder. "That's why you're the captain. You remember what matters." When Thunderstorm reached the Orion Nebula, they found debris from the science ships. Scans showed they had been destroyed by energy weapons. "Hannah, any signs of the attackers?" Taehyun asked. "Negative, Captain. However, I am detecting the unusual energy reading the science ships we're studying. It appears to be a hidden base inside the nebula." "A Concord base this close to our territory," Sunwoo said angrily. "They were spying on us while pretending to negotiate." The crew looked to Taehyun for orders. He felt the weight of the decision. An attack could start a full war, but 2 ships of innocent scientists had been destroyed. "Hyena, open a channel to the base." "Channel open, Captain." "This is Captain Taehyun Kim of Thunderstorm. We know you destroyed our science vessels, unarmed ships on a peaceful mission. Show yourselves and explain your actions." There was no response. "They're powering weapons," Sunwoo called out. "Defensive systems to maximum," Taehyun ordered. "But hold fire." A massive energy blast shot from the nebula, hitting Thunderstorm directly. The ship absorbed it without trouble. "No damage," HANA reported. "However, I have analyzed their weapon. It is designed to destroy planets. They were testing it on our science ships." The bridge fell silent. The Concorde wasn't just defending its borders. It was building weapons to attack Earth. Sunwoo, target their weapon system only, Tae-yun said quietly. Disable it. Yes, Captain. One precise shot from Thunderstorm's gravitational weapons crushed the alien weapon. Message to the base, Tae-yun said. Your secret is known. Your weapon is destroyed. If you attack humans again, the response will not be so measured. As Thunderstorm turned away, Tae-yun knew that both the legend and the burden of the ship had grown heavier. The line between protector and destroyer was becoming thinner every day. News of the destroyed planet-killer weapons spread fast. Human colonies celebrated. Earth leaders praised Captain Tae-yun and the crew of Thunderstorm. But in the quiet of his quarters, Tae-yun felt uneasy. "Hey-na, do you think the Concorde will give up now?" he asked. The eye's blue light pulsed softly. Based on their behavior, no. They fear humans too much. They will try again, possibly in a new way. Tae-yun nodded. His thoughts exactly. 2 weeks later, Hei-na woke Tae-yun from sleep. "Captain, emergency message from Colony Terra Nova. They are under attack." Tae-yun rushed to the bridge. Terra Nova was one of the newest human colonies with mostly families and farmers. It had no defenses. "Set course immediately. Maximum speed," he ordered. Sunwoo studied the message. "Something feels wrong, Captain." The attack came without warning. No demands, no ships spotted before the attack began. "Wrong or not, we have to respond," Tae-yun said. "How long until we arrive?" 6 hours at top speed, Hei-na answered. The hours passed slowly. When Thunderstorm finally arrived at Terra Nova, they found no signs of an attack. The colony looked peaceful. "I don't understand," Tae-yun said. Hei-na scanned the colony. No damage detected. No unusual energy readings. The colony appears normal. Suddenly, warning lights flashed across the bridge. Hei-na's voice changed, becoming faster. Multiple ships detected. They were hiding behind the planet's moon. 15. No, 20 vessels. 3 different species, all Concorde members. On the main screen, ships appeared from behind the moon. They'd moved to surround Thunderstorm. "It's a trap," Sunwoo said. "They used a fake distress call." "Power weapons," Tae-yun ordered. "Defensive systems to maximum." The alien ships opened fire all at once. Energy beams hit Thunderstorm from every direction. The ship shuddered. "Adaptive armor holding," HFY reported. "But they are using a new type of weapon that is causing strain on our systems." "Return fire," Tae-yun commanded. "Target their weapons only." Thunderstorm's gravitational beams shot out, hitting 3 alien ships and disabling their weapons. But the others kept firing. "They're coordinating their attacks," Sunwoo said, "hitting the same spots repeatedly to overcome our adaptive armor." A massive explosion rocked the ship. Alarms sounded throughout the bridge. "Hull breach in Section 7. HFY reported. Engineering is damaged." "Miju," Tae-yun said, suddenly afraid. "Is she all right?" Chief Engineer Han is leading repair efforts. She reports the gravity drive is failing. Another blast hit the ship. This time, a control panel exploded, injuring a crew member. "Captain, we can't take much more of this," Sunwoo said. "We need to use full power." Tae-yun hesitated. At full power, their weapons would destroy the alien ships, not just disable them. Hundreds would die. "Hei-na, is there a way to escape without destroying them?" Calculating. "Yes, a short gravity pulse could push them back and create a window for us to jump away." "Do it," Tae-yun ordered. Thunderstorm released a wave of gravitational energy in all directions. The alien ships tumbled backward, their crews thrown against walls and floors. In that moment, Thunderstorm activated its engines and jumped away. When they were safe, Tae-yun rushed to engineering. The section was filled with smoke. Crew members worked to put out fires and seal damaged systems. He found Miju on the floor, her leg trapped under a fallen beam. Medics were trying to free her. "Status report," Taeyeon said, kneeling beside her. Despite her pain, Miju smiled weakly. "The ship will live, Captain, but we'll need time to repair the gravity drive. They knew exactly where to hit us." "How bad is your injury?" "Broken leg, maybe worse. Nothing that can't be fixed." As medics lifted her onto a stretcher, Miju grabbed Taeyeon's arm. "They're learning, Taeyeon. They're finding our weaknesses." Taeyeon nodded grimly. "Rest now. We'll be ready for them next time." But as he watched his injured crew and damaged ship, a new feeling grew inside him. For the first time since Thunderstorm launched, Captain Taeyeon felt afraid. Not for himself, but for the future. The Concorde had shown they would do anything to destroy Thunderstorm, and Taeyeon wasn't sure if he could keep protecting humanity without becoming the monster the aliens believed him to be. Thunderstorm drifted in space near a small, uninhabited moon. The ship's hull showed black marks where enemy weapons had hit. Inside, repair crews worked day and night. It had been 2 weeks since the trap at Terra Nova. Captain Taeyeon sat in the medical bay beside Miju's bed. Her leg was wrapped in a healing cast. The doctors said she would walk again, but it would take time. "The repairs are going well," Taeyeon told her, "but we lost 3 crew members in the attack." Miju nodded sadly. "I know. I keep thinking about what we could have done differently." "We could have used full power earlier," Taeyeon said quietly. "We could have destroyed those ships before they damaged us, and kill everyone on board." Miju shook her head. "That's not who we are, Taeyeon. That's not who you are." Before he could answer, Sunwoo entered the medical bay. His uniform was neat as always, but his eyes looked tired. "Captain, we need you on the bridge. Intelligence Officer Jiwon Choi has news." When Taeyeon arrived on the bridge, Jiwon was waiting. She was a small woman with sharp eyes that missed nothing. She worked with Earth's spy network. "Captain, our spies in Concorde space have sent a warning," she said. "The Concorde is building more ships like the ones that trapped us. They're designed specifically to fight Thunderstorm." "How many?" Taeyeon asked. "Hundreds. They're calling it the Extinction Fleet." The bridge fell silent. Even Hyena's blue sphere seemed to dim. "They want to destroy all humans," Sunwoo said angrily. "We should strike first. Use Thunderstorm at full power. Show them what happens when they threaten our species." Taeyeon looked at his tactical officer. "You're talking about starting a war that could kill billions." "They started it." Sunwoo's voice rose. "They attacked the Harmony. They killed colonists. They built a planet-killer weapon. Now they're building an extinction fleet. What more proof do you need of their intentions?" Jiwon stepped forward. "There's more, Captain. We've also received a message from the Concorde. They want to talk peace." "Peace?" Sunwoo laughed bitterly. "While they build ships to destroy us." "It could be another trap," Jiwon admitted. "But the message came through official channels. They're offering to meet at a neutral location." Taeyeon walked to the viewport, looking out at the stars. "Hana, what do you think? You've analyzed all our encounters with the Concorde." The AI's voice was thoughtful. "The Concorde's actions show fear, not just aggression. They fear what humans might become. Fear can lead to either attack or compromise. I cannot determine which this is." Taeyeon turned to face his crew. "We have a choice to make. Do we treat this as a trap and strike first? Or do we risk trusting that peace is possible?" Sunwoo crossed his arms. "The galaxy only respects power, Captain. That's why we built Thunderstorm." From the doorway, a new voice spoke. "That's not entirely true." Everyone turned. Miju stood there, leaning on a crutch. She had left her hospital bed to join them. "We built Thunderstorm to protect humans," she said. "But this ship can do more than destroy. Our gravity technology could move asteroids away from planets facing impact. Our energy systems could help dying stars. We could save lives across the galaxy. The aliens don't care about that. Sungu argued. They only see us as a threat. Then let's show them something different, Maiju replied. Taehyun looked at his divided crew. Some nodded with Sunwoo, others with Miju. The weight of the decision pressed down on him. At that moment, a message alert sounded. Captain, Heihaina announced, "We are receiving a transmission from Earth Command." Admiral Lee's face appeared on the main screen. He looked older than the last time they had spoken. Captain Kim, the Defense Council has reviewed the Concorde's peace offer. They leave the decision to you. You face the Concorde directly. You command our greatest ship. What do you recommend? Peace or war? All eyes turned to Taehyun. In this moment, he would decide the fate of not just Thunderstorm, but possibly all of humanity. Taehyun closed his eyes, remembering everything that had led to this point. The attack on the Harmony, the colonists they had saved, the crew they had lost, and the immense power at his fingertips. When he opened his eyes, his decision was made. "We will accept the peace offer," Taehyun told Admiral Lee. "But we will be ready if it's a trap." Some crew members looked relieved. Others, like Sunwoo, seemed angry. But no one questioned the captain's decision. 3 days later, Thunderstorm arrived at the meeting point. It was an empty space near a beautiful nebula. Far from any colonies or bases, a single Concorde ship waited there. It was large, but still much smaller than Thunderstorm. "Scan them," Taehyun ordered. "No weapons powered," HNA reported. "But I detect 12 more ships hiding in the nebula." Taehyun nodded. "As expected, keep our defenses at maximum. Open a channel." On the main screen, an alien appeared. It had blue skin and 4 eyes. This was a Viridian, one of the oldest species in the Concorde. "I am Elder Zorix of the Galactic Concorde," the alien said. "Thank you for coming, Captain Kim. Why have you asked for this meeting?" Taehyun asked directly. "To understand," Zorix replied, "and to be understood." The alien explained that the Concorde leadership was divided. Some wanted to destroy humans. Others wanted peace. They needed to know which path was better. "Your ship terrifies us," Zorix admitted. "Not just because of its power, but because of how quickly you built it. No other species has advanced so fast." Juan, who had been quiet until now, spoke up. "Why did you attack our diplomatic ship 5 years ago?" "We came in peace." Zorix's 4 eyes blinked slowly. "Because you reminded us of the destroyers." "The destroyers?" Taehyun asked. "A species from long ago. They evolved quickly, built powerful weapons, and nearly ended all life in the galaxy. The Concorde was formed after that war to prevent another species like them from rising." Now things made sense to Taehyun. The unprovoked attack, the fear of human advancement, the desperate attempts to stop Thunderstorm. "We are not these destroyers," he said firmly. "Humans can be violent when threatened, yes, but we prefer peace." "Words are easy," Zorix replied. "We need proof." Maiju, standing with her crutch, stepped forward. "Then let us show you proof. Your 3rd planet in the Vega system has a dying star, correct? Your people are evacuating because the star will go supernova soon." Zorix looked surprised. "Yes, we have 10 years before the explosion." "Thunderstorm can help," Maiju said. "Our gravitational technology can stabilize the star for another 100 years, long enough to save the planet." The alien's eyes widened. "This is possible." "Let us demonstrate," Taehyun offered. "Bring your scientists. Watch what Thunderstorm can do when not used as a weapon." 2 weeks later, Thunderstorm hovered near the dying star of Vega 3. Alien scientists were on board, working with Miju and her team. Captain Taehyun stood on the bridge with Elder Zorix, watching the main screen. "We're ready, Captain," Miju reported from engineering. "Heiana, begin the procedure," Taehyun ordered. Thunderstorm's gravitational weapons, once built to destroy, now fired a continuous beam into the star. Instead of crushing, they balanced. The chaotic nuclear reactions in the star's core began to stabilize. "It's working," one alien scientist said in amazement. "The star's decay is slowing." For 3 days, Thunderstorm maintained the beam, making adjustments as needed. When they finished, the star shone steady and bright. The alien's home was saved. As Zorix prepared to leave Thunderstorm, he approached Taehyun. "Your ship no longer terrifies me, Captain. Now it gives me hope." "That was always its true purpose," Taehyun replied. "To protect life, not just human life." In the months that followed, a careful trust grew between humans and the Concorde. The extinction fleet was never completed. Thunderstorm visited worlds across the galaxy, not as a threat, but as a helper. It moved dangerous asteroids, stabilized planetary cores, and even transported refugees from natural disasters. Some aliens still feared the massive human ship, but most now told a different story. "Have you heard about Thunderstorm? The humans built it to destroy, but choose to create instead. Only humans would think of using such power that way." Captain Taehyun stood on the bridge, looking out at a new world they were helping. Hyena's blue sphere pulsed beside him. "Was this always your plan for me, Captain?" the AI asked. Taehyun smiled. "Not a plan. A hope. That we would find a better way to be strong." As Thunderstorm moved through space, it cast a shadow. But it was no longer the shadow of fear. It was the shadow of the best that humanity could be.